Hey, what up, everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is EverQuest Project 1999. And today we're on the green server on the level 48 Shadow Knight, about to head back into the Tower of Frozen Shadow. Trying to show you pretty much every inch of this thing. It's a little bit different than my Necromancer going up through the tower. First of all, he didn't make it all the way through. He got to the 6th floor boss and ended up dying there. We still need revenge. We're on the 6th floor right now. Maybe we can get revenge today. We'll see. But I wanted to go back through it with my Shadow Knight, like duoing, doing stuff, getting experience while I do it. On my Necro, I was getting a little bit of experience once I got up to like floor 6 maybe, but it was green experience. I was just trying to show off the dungeon. But now we're on the Shadow Knight. It's a little bit tougher. We're getting experience. Stuff is blue. When we first started, we were on floor 1, and like the stuff on floor 4 would have murdered us. So we've been working our way up the tower. It's pretty fun because you got to get a key, go to the next floor, get a key, go to the next floor, get a key. If you die, your keys are on your body. So it's pretty fun. So here we are on floor 6. In the last video, I think I did a no commentary video. Let me know how you feel about those. It's kind of just an extra video. I know I used to do stuff on Sundays for a bit. It's because it was going better at that time, so I decided to add another video. But it's not been so good recently with the hero's journey Quarm. We got to wait for everything to come back to us, which it will. If you set something free, if it loves you, it'll come back, and I think they'll come back. Once they're tired of the hero's journey and Quarm, they'll be back. So we're just waiting. We're hoping to make it. We're hoping to hang in there while we wait for them to get back. But yeah, so no commentary video on Sunday. Just treat those as like a little extra thing, like frosting on top, cherry on top type of thing. And they've been going okay. Like they're really only getting a few less views than the commentated ones. So maybe y'all like that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But I think in the last one I showed another like we were on floor. We were working our way up to 6. So we had the key from the wedding. And that was the video before the last one. So the last video was a no commentary video. The last Wednesday, let's start there. Last Wednesday, in the last commentated video, we did the wedding. So we were there with, Trey on his Cleric, level 50, low 50s, 51, 52. We were there with, I think it was it Drungus? Yeah, I think it was Drungus, Shaman, level 47, 48, something like that. And we just smoked it. We smoked level 5. It's a weird thing in this place with how the floors work. But here's the stuff I wanted to show y'all. I got the Reaver, I got Silver Kite and hand wraps, I got Ceremony XR chest plate. It's kind of showing off some of my better items there if you wanted to take a look at them. Um, but the wedding's weird because like everything on that whole floor was green. And we're like level 47, 48, so you would think like stuff on level 5 would be. It's weird. It's weird, man. I don't know. I don't get it. Level 5 wasn't that fun to me, even though it's like the most kind of interesting one cosmetically, I guess, like in theory, like the wedding. You got a bride, you got a groom, you got a whole wedding procession, you got a priest, you got head usher and dancers and bridesmaids and all kinds of stuff on that floor. And it sounds like it's fun and stuff and it's kind of cool, but you can't get experience. Like there's no experience to be had really by the time you get up there. Like it's such a hassle to get through 4 and Amata Hepna is like level 45 or something, so you can't really even fight him until you're at least 45 in a group or something. So by the time you make it up to floor 5, the ushers right there are like level 36 and they're starting to green out and like the whole floor is just starting to green out. If you make it to floor 5 as fast as possible, I think even then you would see a mixture of blue and green. So it's kind of strange. I don't know why they did that, but that's how they did it. And now we're on floor 6. So yeah, on that one, and we did the wedding. We wiped out the wedding like 3, 4 times. You guys saw like the first 1 or 2 times we wiped it out. We got the key for everybody. Drungus already had the key. Trey got the key. I got the key. And yeah, now we're able to go to floor 6. So that's what happened in the last one. We did the wedding. We did floor 5. The one after that, the no commentary video, was the very next recording after that, which was me and Trey the night before this right here, the night before what you're seeing right now, we had to get back up to floor 6 because that's what happened with the Tower of Frozen Shadow. Like, until you get to the very tippy top, you have to like go back through all the floors just to get to where you want to get to, like every day, unless you stay on that floor. So unless we stayed on floor 6, we would have had to you know, we have to work our way back through every time. And floor 4 is the worst one to work your way back through because it's a mixture of undead and live. So unless you have like a way to IVU and go invisible, it's tough to get through floor 4 just trying to get to 5 and 6 and set, yeah. So it's tough. So that's what that no commentary video was. That was us working our way back up to 6 so we could do this today and show you the floor 6 for the first time and go after that key for floor 7, get revenge for Sinnycool, the Necro. So we worked our way back up, and that was the no commentary video. We got another Mata Hepna kill. We got another Karamika kill. Um, there's some cool stuff on the way up that you can get some upgrades. I think Trey has gotten a few upgrades. All right, so here we are on floor 6. We're heading straight ahead. So now we're here. We're doing it. We're going after the key. This is floor 6 is just like floor 4, where you have to kill pretty much as you can, and then on the next cycle you're hoping for a certain thing, and then once that certain thing spawns, you kill it, and that spawns the boss in a completely other, like the end of the floor. So it's just like 4 with the Mata Hepna and Karamika, except for this time it's an old world Spectre in Valshera. Valshera was the one that killed Sinny because I was like unprepared. I underestimated him. Supposedly he's the hardest thing in the whole tower, you know, one-on-one. Valshera, because he can charm you, he can charm your pet, and if you're not ready for that, you can see what would happen. You can go check out. I'll try to link that at the end of this one, but yeah, he took out Sinny by charming his pet, and I had no idea what was going on for real, honestly, and yeah. So floor 6, we're gonna do this exit shade room. I don't know. This is the one that we seem to uh flock towards, or it's the one that I seem to want to do. If we're gonna do floor 6 and go for the key, this seemed like the best option. It's the exit shades. First of all, you're really close to the exit if you get in trouble. Second of all, there's like 7 of them, I think. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 7. And I think in theory, like when you first get here, it's pretty good. I don't know if it's the perfect, like the have. I think we had like 10 minutes downtime in between once we got going and stuff. At first, it was like maybe 8 to 7, but I'm showing the exit mirror. Here's the exit mirror for the floor. So that's why they're called exit shades. At least that's what I call them. So you can click on that mirror, get out of there, and go back outside of the tower. The way that floor 6 is laid out, you saw where we popped in, and then there's like 2 ways. You can go left or right, or you can go straight. If you go left, you're going to see some dogs and like these little alcove things. And I think they're just close enough together that you can't single pull them. You go left, it's like a dead end. There's dog on one side, dog on the other side, dog on the other side, and they're just close enough in little alcoves that I think they see each other if you pull them. Then there's this one specter. There's like a U-turn at the. If you keep going, there's like a U-turn. And there is this one specter that you can solo. I might show you guys that eventually, because I'm doing that right now as we speak. I'm soloing that one specter back there. It's like the only single pool I could find in the. I mean, there's a couple, I think, but that was the best one I could find so far to like solo dad camp. So I'll probably make a video on that before we get out of the tower. I'll probably video with the rest of the tower because we did like up to floor 3 or something. So I might do like 4 to 7 next or something like that. But yeah, so if you go to the left, you got the little U-turn, and it's a dead end. And there's a bunch of shades at the end, and they're like all packed together, and there's like 3 or 4 of them right there at the end. So it's kind of tough and not really the way to go. If you go to the right, that's the way to 6B. So there's 6A and 6B, and you don't have to have a key to go between them, but you don't really want to go to 6B until you spawn the dude, kill him, and spawn the boss, because over on 6B, it's just bats, and they're on an hour respawn. So if you kill them, if you're trying to camp 6B, it's like anticipating the boss maybe, but it's hard to do. Might be smart if you like spawn, if you're there all by yourself and you spawn the dude that spawns the boss, then you go over there, kill all the bats, and then kill the thing, and then spawn the boss. But I don't know if anybody actually does that. I think it would take too much time. There's too many people in here. So right now we're lolling the room, making sure like we only get one shade, because they do see each other. Like there's one in the corner there to the left, and then there's one by the chair there on the left of the wall, and then there's one in the center, and like they're all three like see each other. So you have to like rest a couple of them, I think. So you could pull the one in the corner. I usually pull the one in the corner to the left first. Um so yeah, there's the left way to go. It's like a dead end, but there is like a solo shade you can do that way. Then if you go right, that's the way to go to 6B. We'll talk about that in a minute. If you go straight, the way we went, if you remember, like at the beginning of this video, we went straight. We passed up the first left, we passed up the first right, we went straight. There's a trap right there at the top of the T, so you got to be careful. That trap is annoying, dude. People say that you can duck and go along the wall, and that they don't get hit by the trap. You know, it's hit or miss for me. Like it works sometimes for me and sometimes it doesn't. I'm a big old ogre right now and it's like hard to get right up against the wall and be small enough to not get hit by the trap. So, just to, in my opinion, just assume you're going to get hit by the trap. Anytime you go over that thing, assume you're going to get hit by it because um most of the time I was getting hit by it. So, you might as well assume at least have 800 HP and stop right after the trap so you can like heal up or something instead of going, continuing forward when you just got blasted for 800, which is quite a bit. So yeah, the strat with that trap is, for me, strafe running diagonally as close to the wall as you can kind of works. Like getting over it as fast as you can kind of works. Jumping doesn't really work, levitate doesn't really work, but just running over it as quickly as you can, as close to the wall as you can, kind of works sometimes, like 50-50 for me. So yeah, then if you go left by the trap, you get to this room, the exit shades. That's where the exit mirror is. Fighting our first shade here. Looks like we lulled pretty nicely. Pulling it back into the hallway. Don't have a pet out yet because, I kind of want to get us going first, get a little route. Little timers going before I get a pet out or anything. Even if I don't even know if I get a pet out in this one. Got my Reaver. My Reaver's working right now. It only doesn't work on magical creatures, so that's like mummies and goos and stuff. So it works here, which is great. So I was mostly, buffing up, casting like Shroud of Hate, and the other one, casting Siphon Strength, dooming Darkness, and that's it. Like, that's all I would do each fight, because I don't have enough mana. Like, I run out of mana so quick. Like, if I'm soloing something, I'll throw the kitchen sink at the enemy to make sure I win, and then I'm just going to sit down forever and kill one thing at a time and, like, dad camp as a Shadow Knight. So I can kill things, but I throw the kitchen sink at it. I use all my mana up, and or I Fear Kite. When I'm in a group with Trey and he can heal me, I'm trying to keep my mana up just enough to be able to like at least snare every fight and maybe debuff a little bit and make sure to be able to like get snap aggro if I need it. So yeah, most of the time on these fights I was doing my Shroud of Fate and my Shadow Vortex and my Siphon Strength, which are kind of buffs for me and debuffs for them. And they last like a couple fights too, so it's good mana. It's mana efficient. And then I would snare, so it doesn't run back into the room and get more shades. So that was my pretty much job. And then hit them with my Reaver, slam them, try to interrupt them and stuff like that. While Trey would heal me, complete heal usually, and he would also like direct damage in between if he had mana. He would do like dismiss undead or some sort of undead direct damage. We also had a patch. I'm gonna go over that once we get going here. I'm gonna go over the patch. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. It's probably in the title. But yeah, they'll fear you, but you never like run. I've seen these things fear, but it was never really a problem. So the spells that they cast weren't really a big deal, honestly. The Ice Shades. One crappy thing about these Ice Shades is they don't drop scythes. Like, the ones on floor 1 drop sides, and they look exactly the same, so it's kind of strange that the ones... That's another problem I have with the tower. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sure everything's the way it's supposed to be. I'm just letting you know, like, what my thoughts are in case anybody wants to look into it, whoever it may be. Number 1, why is floor 5 so green? It's so hard to get up to floor 5 and then everything's green. That's kind of strange to me. Number 2, that trap is so hard to get over. It's crazy. Like, I feel like I'm doing it right and I still get blasted like 50% of the time. And then, whatever the other thing that I was gonna say was, the shades not dropping sides. Like, how come, like, we're on floor 6, the pentultimate floor, there's only one floor higher, and the shades here are not dropping sides, but the ones on floor 1 do drop sides. So, like, what's up with that? Why are the ones on 1 dropping sides? They're lower level. How come none of them drop them? It'd be way cooler of a camp if they would drop, like, the 13 plat sides or the 12 plat sides, or at least the 3 plat sides. Like, they drop nothing. They drop dust and, like, spells sometimes, and maybe gnome skin. And that's it. It's weird. But yeah, we're pretty much just lulling the room. You know, I'm reavering them down, snaring them, debuffing them. Trey is healing me, complete heal most of the time. Undead direct damage. So we get our timers going. Like, I put 31 in the chat because that's when, like, on the clock, when it's 31, that's when the first one's going to pop back up. So we know, like, how long we got in between once we kill them all. Another thing about this room is there's a trap right there, the dragon. If you see it over there on the right hand, like right here, I can use my mouse. This thing right here is a trap, so if you get anywhere in front of it, you're going to get hit by ice. It's not as bad as the other trap. The other trap's 800 damage. That one's only 250. But, you know, when you're pulling this shade right here, you gotta be, like, pull it away from the trap. So we got 2 shades. This will be exciting. Usually we root when that happens. We'll root one, and then fight the other. And I just gotta make sure I keep my peepers on the one that's rooted, so I know if it goes after Trey to go over there and taunt. Looks like my health is pretty low, but he's about to complete heal, so it's fine. Sometimes when my health is getting really low, I'll throw a couple life taps just to make sure he has time to get his complete heal off. Give him a little bit of a buffer. Yeah, back to floor 6 and how it's laid out and stuff like that. So we're where, if you turn left at the trap, that's where we are. It's exit shades. There's like 7 shades there. The exit mirror and that dragon trap. If you go to the right at the trap, you'll come to, like, if you take a right and then another right, there's this little dwarf guy. He's like an incoherent spirit. Drops like the axe, the Abrams axe of the Stoic, and he might be for a quest or something. I don't really I messed with him on Sinny, like I killed him a couple times on Sinny, but didn't really mess with them at all so far this time. But if you keep going that way, instead of going right, you go left, there's another shade room. But there's only 5 shades there, so it might be better if you're, like, soloing. If you're able to, like my Necro, or if you're like a crazy good mage or an enchanter or something, that would be a good room because there's 5 of them instead of 7, and you could probably knock them all down and before they all respawn and stuff. So I think if they all, like, this room's good if you got a duo, or you want as many shades as possible in one single room. And if you want to be by the exit mirror, this room is good. So this room's always pretty solid of a choice. Might not be the best, but it's not the worst, and it's solid, and it's by the exit mirror. So I recommend it. If you're first time ever on floor 6, come to the exit shades and try to do those. Probably can't solo it, but if you have a duo, or if you're just looking for the key to floor 7 and you're level 60, that's what my Necro did too. He cleared this out. But yeah, to the right there's another shade room, but there's no exit mirror. You're kind of blocked in by that trap. There's only 5 shades. I think there's another trap in there, but it's not that bad. So I did that room on my Necro, but I haven't done it on my Shadow Knight yet, because I can't really see a reason why I would do that. Like, if I was doing it with Trey, then we would only have 5 shades instead of 7. We could kill the dwarf too, I guess, but that would still only be 6 instead of 7, so... And then we would be further away from the exit mirror. One problem with, like, pulling here is you have to go over that trap every time. So we kill these 7 shades, and then we, like, just go AFK and wait for them to repop, because otherwise I'm running over the trap back and forth getting blasted for 800. It's not really worth it to go get one extra mob or two extra mobs. Some people are better at going over the trap, though. I mean, it's up to you there. For me, if I'm doing exit shades, I do exit shades, that's it. I just go AFK in between, and it is what it is. Trying to get you a better view there, bang. Big ol' Reaver knocking down a Spectre. Level 48, about a bub in. So yeah, there's shades. If you go all the way back, straight ahead, all the way back until it dead ends and where the trap is. To the left, there's shades, exit shades. To the right, there's shades. That's where the shades are. So if we go back to the very beginning where we mirrored in, we already talked about what's to the left. It's the dogs that are kind of sporadic and in the alcove things, and then there's the one solo shade, and then there's a bunch of shades at the end of a dead end. Well, if you go right, that's the way to 6B. 6B is where you're going to have to go once you get the spawner, the boss spawner to spawn. Kill him, he'll spawn the boss. You have to go to 6B. So there's a bunch of dogs. Once again, there's like dogs in alcoves like ever so often on one side than the other, one side than the other. And I don't think you can solo pull them. Not 100% sure though. So if you ever want to try it, you might want to. I would rest the next one and then pull, probably just to play it safe. But yeah, if you go right, there's this really dangerous trap. So you're going right, and then right when it starts turning to the left, there's a trap. And it's like the 800 damage one. And like, boom, blast you. And then there's dogs right there. So if you have IVU on, because you can go through this whole floor with IVU. There's nothing that'll see you. At least on 6A. There's nothing that'll see you. So you can go from the front to the exit mirror. You can go from the front to 6B. Nothing will see you. Everything's undead. So, but yeah, if you're IVU and you're going to 6B or something, there's a trap. If you don't know about it, you'll go over the trap, boom, it'll knock off your IVU. And if you don't realize it, like right away and just stop in your tracks, then a dog will see you. Then you're probably going to be like all discombobulated, then another dog will see you, then you might run back over the trap, boom. Like I could see somebody like dying there. It's pretty dangerous. So just know where the traps are and know when your IVU drops. So I've had situations where I'm coming back from 6B to like go to the exit mirror or something, and like I was going the other way, and I got blasted by the trap, and there's like a dog right there, right after it. If you're coming that way, and you have to kind of like stop in your tracks. If you stop immediately, I think he doesn't see you, but if you like continue at all, your IVU just got blown off your butt. Now the dog's gonna see you, and like they're probably gonna be like 2 or 3 on you right after you got blasted for 800 damage. Like it's pretty bad. I think that happened to my Necro, and he like barely survived. I think he had to feign death or something, because like Necro don't have 800 damage to a Necro is quite a bit. So yeah, that way there's a trap. You go left after the trap. Once you make it past the trap, there's like a couple dogs in an alcove. There's one other solo dog in an alcove that I think you could solo. I might try it before I leave. It's kind of like the other Spectre I was talking about, where it's like all by itself. I think you could solo a dog right there, possibly. Right after the trap, there's like 2 or 3 dogs in an alcove. And then like the next one down, there's just one. And it's a little bit further apart. I think you could solo that dog maybe. But yeah, if you keep going after that, there's stairs that go up. There's dogs just sporadically all the way up. Sometimes there's 2, sometimes there's 1, and there's just dogs all the way up these stairs, and then down this long hallway, and then you get to the mirror, and there's a couple dogs in there too, like 2 or 3. So there's probably 3 different pairs of 2, and then like at least 3 or 4 different singles that could probably see each other type of thing. Like they're that close. They're just far enough apart that you would think you could pull them solo, but they're probably not pullable solo. Like they try to trick you on this floor into trying to pull something. Yeah. But it's probably like more like 8 to 10 dogs on the way from the stairs to the mirror, something like that. So I think if you really want to know, that's probably the best place to be, is like right after that solo dog, right before the stairs. If you go pull everything up into the mirror to 6B, like you probably get at least 10 instead of 7. And then you can pull the dogs behind you all the way to the trap too. You probably don't want to be running over the trap a bunch of times, but that'd be like a lot of dogs. You could probably get 12 to 15 dogs by the stairs to the mirror to 6B. So yeah, once you get to the mirror, you can just click on it. It'll take you to 6B. But 6B is just full of bats, and bats will see through IVU, I'm pretty sure, right? Even if they don't, it's like, if you fight it, there's a bat like right there sometimes, like as soon as you mirror over. And it gives you like a second. It doesn't see you immediately. So if you like are smart, you can like get away from it and maybe not be seen once you mirror through to 6B. But there is a bat in that room. And sometimes the boss will be in that room. So if you like spawn the boss, be ready to go once you go through the mirror, because I hear that he can spawn like right in the room where you pop in. He's never done that for me though. He's always been in the next room, with the water in it. There's just like this circular chamber with some stairs going up to another like chamber. And there's one bat. If you kill the bat, it spawns a vampire. The vampires can charm, so we usually fear kite the vampires. But if you kill the bat and the vampire, it's 2 for the price of 1, but they're on a 1-hour timer, so you can't just like keep doing it. So you kill that one, the mirror there will take you back to the beginning of floor 6. There's a mirror in that room, like under the stairs, that will take you back to right where you pop in on floor 6, if you want to get out of 6B and go back to 6A. And then there's some stairs that lead up to another like T, where you go left or right, and there's like this water room up there. And usually that's where Valshera will be when you spawn him. The problem is there's bats like pathing in and out of that room, at least 2 or 3 of them. So you got to somehow like lull the bats and then pull Valshera into the first chamber, and then fear kite him in there. It's the best way to go about it. But one time we went in, I don't know if I recorded it or not, but we went to 6B because there's like tons of people in 6A, so we're just like, we'll just go to 6B. We killed every single bat, every single vampire, and then we were like, just 30 minutes left until they would spawn again. So it's really not, at least for a duo, it's probably not a good idea to be in 6B. Then like somebody could spawn the boss at any time and you're just standing there and you're not, like what if you just fought a bat and a vampire and you're just like trying to meditate and here comes Valshera charming your duo. That would suck. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole floor. We fight these exit shades. We got them on timers. It goes super smoothly. Yeah, so let's talk about the patch now. I'll try to put a timestamp in case you just came for the patch, but let's go pull it up. I need to get on the forum though, so give me a sec. You can watch me fight. Alright, my bad there. We got the latest patch, which is version 61, I guess, or 6.1, whatever it is. The latest patch contains new required files. Download the new patch files from the top of the home page or the Getting Started guide. I think we just sit here for a while in between spawns, so let me go ahead a little bit. I just recorded everything, so let's wait for him to repop. He's going to repop right there. We got it on timer, so... the latest patch contains new required files. Download the new patch files from the top of the home page or the Getting Started guide. So yeah, if you don't know how to do a patch, like I'm not the smartest person ever. It took me forever to like reinstall this game on my new laptop because I did it so long ago, like 5 years ago or something. But to do a patch, you just download the files. There's like a link at the top of the forum, and it'll download it in the upper right hand corner of your computer. And then you go and you say open file and you say extract all, and then you just choose your EverQuest, your P99 file, and then you extract all in there. And if it says like replace, you have like duplicate files, do you want to replace? Just say yes. And then usually that'll work. If you got everything set up like nice and neat, that should be all you need to do. For me, it like took me forever. I screwed it up a little bit, so sometimes it takes me a minute to find the right file, but it's pretty easy, even for me. Like, I get annoyed whenever there's a patch, but it usually doesn't take me too long to figure it out. Alright, change log. Distance check re-added for pet attack. So I think that's a big one. I don't know exactly what that means, but I think like people were going into zones and like using pets to see if something was up or not. And I think that just makes that harder now. Like I was never the type of dude to do that. It's smart and everything. I think I tried it a couple of times. But like you do backslash pet attack and then you say Valshera or something or Amata Hepna. And if they are up in the zone, like your pet will say something and you'll know that they're up or not, type of thing. But I think now you have to be closer and it doesn't work as good. Lord Soptir Lord Soptivir no longer spawns until February 2000. Rygor Messenger's respawn time increased. Female zombie models now appear correctly in all zones. Thadre's Thyme will not spawn until July 1999, added missing items to the Vengeful Musician's reward array. Era restricted several brewing recipes. Corrected a few vendors in Akanon. Redwind and Icy Orcs do not spawn until October 1999. Pordappa, Korgarg, Swillchugger, Hilgara Dirt Carver, Kerplo Dirt Carver, Blurgerda, Gerdamog, Blurgag, Darklog, Vernuga no longer spawn. Brew Barrel, Standard Forge, Kiln, Pottery Wheel no longer exist in Grob. Corrected alchemy vendor lists of Grob and Agok. Luez's task is not available until April 2001. Corrected an issue with caster beads not dropping for quest Goblin Caster Necklace. Updated book text for the bridge quest. Added missing dialogue and aggro message to Nerbalik. Tumor's rescue quest works better. Resolved an issue with several guards not responding to quest dialogue. Madame Serena's portion of Incandescent Mask quest requires indifferent or better faction. Corrected issue with Cerna Tasnon's part of errand for Tonmark quest requires amiable or better faction. Necromancer Words quests now work. Quest givers do not spawn until July 1999. Martar Ice Bear won't spawn until October 1999. Kanos guards now attack a sewer rat. So yeah, that's everything. There was also 50% experience and 50% loot bonus on Memorial Day for like a few days there. We definitely took advantage of that. That might be what we're doing right here on this one, because this is from a couple weeks ago. But yeah, that's the new patch there. So I think the pet thing was the main thing that people are talking about. I am getting new spells soon once I hit 49 on my Shadow Knight. So pretty exciting times for my Shadow Knight. 49 new spells, 50. You know, 50 used to be the highest level you could be, and it's a hell level, so we're getting there, man. I had no idea my Shadow Knight would be. Right now he's my second highest level character. Or no. I still got my Shaman. So this will be my third level 50. Plus. Killing the shades, baby. You guys want longer videos, I'm trying, but sometimes we just be doing the same route. Like, I don't know how interesting us killing the same 7 shades over and over and over is gonna be, you know what I mean? And that's pretty much what this is. We're trying to get the key. You know, you gotta kill stuff to hopefully spawn the thing that then spawns the boss to get the key. This was the safest spot. This is our first time here. We're right by the exit mirror. Killing these 7 shades. We have some downtime. We kill the 7 shades. We have some downtime. We have it nice and broke. We're probably not going to die. We're just killing a shade over and over and over. I don't know. Alright, let's read more about floor 6 on the wiki, I guess. See what I can... Just read everything on the wiki that isn't like floor specific. Except for we'll also read floor 6. The Tower of Frozen Shadow was intended to be a beachhead for Mayong Mistmore's influence in Valius. Vampire acolytes, undead refugees of the erudite civil war, and abominations fill all 7 floors. Each floor requires a key to access the next floor. Warning, keys are not soulbound in the case of death. You will need to be resurrected, have your corpse summoned, or have a player use their key and group to get you back to the floor you died on. Some creatures here are capable of charming your pets and using them against you. Oh, that's another thing. Trey said he saw on floor 2, somehow one of the scholars got somebody's pet, and it had like a high-level pet, like, so making that scholar way harder to kill. Like, I don't know, like, it was super high-level pet, but, you know, like a level 30-something pet, where you're only expecting, like, a level 35 scholar or something, like, now it's got a pet, too. And that can happen throughout this tower. Anything that can charm in here could take over somebody's pet, and then they keep it forever until you kill it. Like, at one point, Serena, the biggest, baddest boss in floor 7, like, if I was to die with my Necro, and I had my, like, Spectre pet out, if I was to fight Serena and she would charm my pet and then I die, she keeps that pet. Now she has a Spectre pet up there for whoever has to kill her next. That can happen, it can happen on floor 6, floor 7, floor 2, anywhere there's something that can charm. I thought it would be funny to, like, give some of them pets and stuff, but, you know. After Mayong Mistmore abandoned his former lover, Serena Seltor, and warded it to prevent her escape, she has put a formidable curse upon the residents of the tower. Each day, Serena slaves in her laboratory for a cure to her unique vampiric affliction, losing more of her mind as time passes. Serena looks freaking awesome, spoiler alert. She looks freaking awesome. Alright, floor 6, we have Incoherent Spirit, Lucid Spirit of Abrams, Valshera. Those are the notable NPCs. Let's take a look at the map and just see if I missed anything. I don't think I did. 6A. Yeah, you come in, you can go left, it's like a U, and then it's a dead end. If you go right, that's the way to the mirror. Go up some stairs. If you go to the left, if you go all the way to the T at the back, past first left and right, to the left, that's the exit shade room. If you go right, you got the other shade room. Yay. 7th floor key is the large metal key dropped by Valshera on the 6th floor. This key is also the only way to unlock the door outside the mirror room, aside from rogue lockpicking. Let's just read everything. Dangers. Tower Frozen Shadow is one of the most unique zones in the game. That is, when exploring each floor and working towards the exit. Working towards the next. There can be random boss spawn off of any kill on that floor. Therefore, a seemingly near victory can turn into defeat if the keyholder spawns at the wrong time. Yeah, that's a thing, dude. If you're soloing, like dad camping something, like I was doing to get 50, like kind of spoiler alert, but I don't know that I recorded it. I was on floor 3 because I don't have, like, I didn't feel like going back through 4 to get to 6 at the time, so I was just doing 3. You can do like armored shadows all the way to 50 pretty much. So I was doing like 2 armored shadows and then the 2 butlers. Eventually I added a dog too, so I was killing like 5 things and then having like 10 or 15 minutes downtime because they were all like borderline green. I was just smoking them. But like if I'm on my 5th kill and I barely have any HP or mana because I'm like just scraping by on that last kill, and then the freaking boss spawns out of their corpse, like that can be bad news. You gotta be careful. Not like bite off more than you can chew. You gotta always expect like there to be another one, kinda. Therefore, a seemingly near victory can turn into defeat if the keyholder spawns at the wrong time. Don't let that discourage you, though, because the chance for a keyholder to spawn is quite low. It often takes multiple full floor clears to get it to spawn. Definitely happened on floor 2. I hope I didn't already read this. Aside from the keyholders, I probably did at some point. But hey, longer video here for you. Commentary. Aside from the key holders, the tower boasts loads of undead mobs. Yeah, I was trying to think of like what kind of stuff we got on the way up. Like Trey definitely got a few upgrades. He got I got the Sorcerer's Bowl off of Karamika for my Necro. I got the frost-covered tome for my Shadow Knight for his range slot. So I got a couple things too. Trey got like I think off of Amata Hepna, he got something. Oh, it was like an amulet or something like that. That was good for his cleric, and then he got something off of, I can't tell you what, but something later on higher than this. So obviously anyway. I think he also got a sorcerer's bowl and like I got like two ceremonial knives, like the bandage knives. I got like two of those. Um, there's some decent stuff in here. None of it's like amazing unless you get Serena's robe or her staff or something, but there's some decent stuff in here that might be an upgrade for you. And a couple good like looking Fashion Quest sets, like gnome skin armor's cool looking, and then supposedly the other armor in here's like black. Aside from the key holders, the tower boasts loads of undead mobs. Be prepared though, because some mobs run at low health, which is not typical of undead mobs. Mob density is average for a dungeon, where it is common to get groups of 3 or 4 in a pool if you do not have a law type spell. Traveling from floor to floor, even after obtaining necessary keys, can be quite a pain without invisibility to undead. Mobs will continue to chase you after you take a mirror to the next floor and will almost certainly cause a train to come find and kill you. Yeah, make sure, like, if you ever come here, don't try, like, running to the next floor to escape something, because that just... People sit by the mirrors to the next floor because they know it's safe and nobody's going to do that. So if you're the bonehead that tries that, you might kill somebody and you'll end up killing yourself, too. Even, like, the exit mirrors, people will sit by those sometimes. You gotta be really careful. Benefits, because TOFS is a dungeon, experience is fairly good here. Yeah, that's, like, the main draw. The Zim is really high. And it's a bunch of undead stuff. The Zem value is 163%. It's one of the highest ones, I think. Like, not the highest in the game, but it's up there. I did a video on that one time if you want to check it out. Highest Zem zones. The zone is segregated fairly well by level, so you don't often run into higher level characters clearing the lower floors unless they haven't yet obtained their keys or they're just traveling up quickly. The zone is friendly to those who excel at killing undead, such as paladins, and the level range covers everything from around level 30, first floor, to level 50 plus, floors 6 and 7. One could choose to level during that entire range here, but bring out your own group if you can't solo effectively, as it is a fairly low population zone. Yeah, here you can go up to like 54. We're about to get out of there though. Like you guys are probably sick of seeing this tower, and we're pretty much almost done with it. The location of TOFS is also beneficial. Its site's fairly close to the Druid portal, and vendors aren't too far away. It is one of the first places you'll come across when first arriving at Baelius. If you dare venture here, the loot progressively gets better as you move up in floors, with some fairly desirable loot not far up. Yeah, I just went to, there's a vendor, there's the pirates you can go to in Iceclad, and I found a way to change out my, like, silver, like, they have excellent saber-toothed tiger hides, usually, on one of the vendors, at least they did for me, and I was able to change out, like, all my silver off of those, and those are worth, like, 10 plat if you go to the tunnel, and they sell them for, like, gold. Guide by level. The keys are needed to go between every level as you move higher and higher into the tower. None of the keys are soul-bound, so be prepared with an evac in case you lose your key holder. The keys are used by using the key on a mirror, which will teleport your group to the next level. There are also exit mirrors located on every floor that will teleport you to a place outside the tower if you need to leave. One thing I figured out is on floor 4, if you get in trouble, you can go to floor 5 and then exit. There's the exit mirror is right where you pop into floor 5. So if you're having trouble on floor 4, it's kind of like a big brain move to go to 5 and then exit. All the keys are no drop. There's no key needed to get from level 6A to 6B, which is why they're both called level 6. The mirrors do not count as zone lines, which means that when you pass through them, you retain the aggro of creatures you left behind. They will eventually find a way to reach you, and usually with a rather large group of friends to help them out. Do not flee by using the mirrors unless you go outside. Be funny to like run in there and just aggro everything and go up to the next floor, then aggro everything, go up to the next floor and aggro everything, go up to the next floor and aggro everything, go up to the next floor and then like exit. See what happens. Like not with nobody in. I don't know. I'm not trying to like kill people. I'm just saying be funny. All right, so we got the upper levels. We're on floor 6. So we're going to talk about floor 6. Alright, we got like 6 minutes, so... Oh, I paused. Good. Note! On the following 2 level areas, some people refer to the top 2 areas as level 6, 7, and 8. Others refer to them as level 6, which has 2 areas, and level 7. Be aware of this because when someone says level 6 or 8, you can be pretty sure that what they're talking about. But if you say level 7, clarify if they mean the final level or not. This guide will refer to them as 6A and 6B and 7. Never heard of anybody calling it floor 8, and most people do 6A, 6B, and 7, just by the way. The 6th floor is divided into 2 separate areas, A and B. There are 2 areas separated by a mirror that does not require a key to use. Upon entering the 6th floor, you are in Area 6A. Straight ahead will be a passage that forks in 3 directions. To the left is a side passage that leads to some liches and a wall alcove. Straight ahead is a fire trap and another fork that leads to 2 large chambers filled with an icy shade liches. Looking over these large chambers full of liches are balconies that you can reach via the staircase to the right of the first fork. Don't get too near the edge of the balcony or you risk aggroing the liches below and chaining the entire room. Never had that happen, but I guess it's possible. You'd have to be going up the stairs and like heading towards the mirror and like want to peek over the edge. Like I never felt the need to do that because the dogs just attack you anyway, but in several areas of 6A, there are traps that can deal upwards of 800 fire damage if you trigger them. They can be more or less avoided by hugging the walls as you pass their locations. This wiki makes it seem like it's so easy, but like my Necro couldn't even do it every single time. Get blasted. Like I almost want somebody to look into it, but I think it's cool. I don't want them to change it or nothing. I don't know. Makes it crazy to if you're in trouble and you're trying to get out of there. You know what I mean? What if you get in trouble near the front of the zone and you're trying to run to the exit mirror and you have to run over a trap that hits you for 800? You're probably dead. They can be more or less avoided by hugging the locations that I can recall are straight out from the entrance fork at the 2nd fork, right of the 1st fork at the bend in the tunnel, and one somewhere near a staircase. I don't think there's one near a staircase. The only ones I know about are the one straight ahead that we went over to get to here. The one to the right when you head towards the 6B mirror that's on like the corner where I was talking about where the dogs are. If you like get hit, you have to stop immediately in your tracks or the dogs will see you because it'll knock your IVU off, that one. And there's the one right in front of the dragon statue right here. So that's 3. And then there's one in the other shade room, I think. Those are the only ones I know of. But I don't know what he's talking about near the stairs. I don't think I ever... an ice trap with the dispel component at the dragon statue in the larger lich room with the exit mirror. Like floor 4, this floor has a special mob that triggers the spawning of the key dropper Valshera. On this floor in 6A, it's a unique lich that uses the old world lich model. If you can get your peepers on it, you'll know it's the right one on site, but trackers can most easily identify it because the only lich that will summon a pet. Killing that unique lich will trigger the spawning of Valshera in Area 6B. At the end, up a few staircases past a buttload of shadow beasts is the mirror to 6B. This mirror requires no key to use. If you or a group member accidentally clicks through, you can return to the entrance of 6A by clicking the mirror under the bridge in the first room of 6B. Common mobs in 6B are more shadow beasts. I never saw... Yeah, there's like one or two shadow beasts. Like Shadow Beast Necromancer I saw. And the shrouded bats, which will spawn an enraged vampire immediately upon their death. Vampires are enchanters and can charm you, so be wary of that danger. Kind of weird, like the wiki's not always 100% correct, you know? Like I know a lot of y'all know that, but some people don't know that. Like I only saw like one dog in 6B and it says common mobs are more shadow beasts. I mean, I only killed everything in there like once or twice though, so I don't know, maybe. And then, like, the traps, they had that wrong, too. There isn't a trap by the stairs, I don't think. And then, like, talking about how to get over the traps, just what doesn't work for me. Vampires are enchanters and can charm you, so be wary of that danger. The key dropper Valshera is an Afridi that spawns in 6B. So far I've had him spawn at least 3 different locations. 2 in the first room of 6B and another in the second room just beyond the bridge. I've seen him like 2 or 3 times and he was always in the second room just beyond the bridge. If he's in the latter spot, take note of the 2 shrouded bats that path in and out of that room from the left. Aggroing them will chain Valshera even at level 60. There's at least 2. There's like 2 that path in and then 1 that's close enough to aggro as well, I think. There might only be 2, but it seems like there's 2 or 3. Aggroing them will chain Valshera even at level 60. The bats are animals and can be charmed. If your pet dies mid-fight, you'll have an enraged vampire and to deal with. Valshera, like Amanta Hepna and Kara Omika, uses the spin, stun, and mana drain effects, and additionally can and will charm you if your magic resist is not up to snuff. At 60, I had no trouble landing magic spells or fire nukes, but some have reported he has high magic resist. Murder this Jenny and get your key to the final floor. Valshera will flee at 10 to 15%. So let's check out his loot, Valshera. Valshera is an Afriti Necromancer, level 45. Spawns from slaying the unique Old World Spectre with Skeleton Pet in 6A. The other Spectres are placeholders for this one. Yeah, I guess, man. The only time I've ever seen the key holder is off the Shades. Or like the one that spawns Valshera. It's always been like in the exit room, really. That's why I always do the exit room, because that's the 2 times or 3 times I've seen them. It was there. Valshera either spawns beside the bridge in the first part of 6B or in the room across the bridge. I've always seen him across the bridge. He can be single pulled away from the bats and can be fear kited. That's true. To lull the bats, though, and it's kind of tough. He is second only to Serena in power and should not be underestimated due to his ability to stun on melee, instant charm, dot, and DD. He is not considered undead. He holds the key to floor 7. I've heard he's harder than Serena. I heard he's the hardest thing on the entire tower. I think Serena's hard because of like her floor is tough. She's tough too, but they're close. Sorry, I was scratching my beard. You probably heard that. Known loot. Talisman of Valshera. Valshera skull earring. Section of a draconic tome. And large metal key always. So the Talisman of Valshera is an AC 2, Charisma 4, Wisdom 3, Intelligence 3 neck piece. I think Trey might have got that. No, wait, it's Bard, Shaman, Necro Wizard, Mage, Enchanter, so I guess not. Snow drop. A lot of stuff in here is no drop, so you can't like sell it or camp it. He's got the Valshera Skull Earring, which is AC 2, Strength 2, HP 20, Mana 15, all. It only sells for like 200 something plat. This loot's really not that desirable, but hey, you're getting the key to go do Serena, who has good loot, you know? There's a couple other things on this floor. I think like the dwarf. Go check it out. Floor 6 really to me is like for either you're trying to get experience, or like some of the best experience in the whole tower. Like you're trying to get through 50 or something. And then like to get the key to 7. It's not really to be trying for loot. Let's go to floor 6 notable NPCs. Incoherent Spirit. The Incoherent Spirit drops the Abrams Axe of the Stoic, which I used to use as like my first weapon on my Shadow Knight. It's only worth like 150 plat, but it's 2-hand slashing, 30, 48, AC 5, stamina 15, save fire, cold, magic +5. It has Invigor proc, which doesn't really do much. It's a cool axe though. It's like if you want to twink something like for your first axe. He's for like a quest too, that dude. Lucid Spirit of Abrams. Doesn't drop anything. He's for reinforcements of the Tunarian Regiment quest, which is a Kale Drekel quest from Staff Sergeant Driok. Anybody can do it. What's the reward? Collar of the Storm, Enchanted Valium Mask, Girdle of Reflection, Halcyon's Prismatic Trinket, Valium Studded Cloak. Valium Studded Cloak has superior camouflage. It's HP 25, AC 12. Halcyon's Prismatic Trinket. It's like Dookie. Yeah, it's got 8 charisma. Could be for an enchanter. 55 mana. It's no drop though. You'd have to do the quest. Girdle of Reflection. Another no drop item. Cleric, Paladin, Ranger, Druid, Shaman. AC 12, Wisdom 6, HP 35. Enchanted Valium Mask. Has Everlasting Breath. It's a face item. AC 5, Agility 5, Save Code 5. It's only got 4 charges though. Collar of the Storm. Might be the best thing. It's a Warrior, Paladin, Ranger, Shadow Knight, Monk, Bard, Rogue, neck item, AC 11, Strength 6, Stamina 7, HP 15, Save Cold 13, Save Magic 7. I don't know, might be the Cloak. That's the best. Valium Studded Cloak. Superior Camouflage. Seems pretty cool. It's only worth 200 plat though. I don't know. It's some sort of quest. Yeah, that's pretty much everything, y'all. Like, I don't know what else to say, you know? Got, probably, unless you guys, like, run this up, or giant super thanks, or, I don't know, you know? We probably got another no commentary video coming this Sunday. It's gonna be more of floor 6. Probably. What else are we gonna do? And then after that, next Wednesday, like I already know, I've recorded all this. We've already done all this. Next Sunday, so you didn't see the key holder here, right? So we didn't get it on our first try. So next time, we're getting revenge for Sinnycool. You know, I'll probably show the video where we get the key holder to spawn. We go in and we kill Valshera, or we attempt to kill Valshera, and, you know, get our key to floor 7. It's probably what the next video will be, is, you'll get to see us fight the genie. You'll get to see the spawner and the key holder for this floor. But in between, you'll probably just see us some more fighting on floor 6. I'm not 100% sure, actually. And then, so no commentary video, more floor 6 probably, and then fighting the genie, Valshera, will be the next video next Wednesday. Unless you guys just crush it on this one. Then I'll just maybe show you the genie on Sunday. Then we got some floor. Do we potentially maybe have some floor 7 action with Serena kills? We'll see. Does Serena look freaking awesome? Like one of the coolest things I've ever seen? We'll see. You know, stay tuned. And then, yeah, we're out of here pretty soon. I might solo a little bit in here, and, you know, might try to get those. We gotta talk about it later, because I already know what happened and stuff, but I don't want to spoil too much. But, maybe Crystal Caverns, maybe Velcator's Labyrinth. I think I'm gonna go to another Valius dungeon, or some sort of Valius place after this. Like, stay over here for a bit. We've never done either one of those zones, so might go check out Crystal Caverns real quick before it's like super green. I think we're already too far for that, but we could check out like the deepest, darkest butt crack armpit of it at least. Go look at it, and then maybe go to Velcator's or something to actually get experience. Or something. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. But we got to go back to Kazakh with Cinny and like finish that off too. We took a real good look at it. We did the throne room. We saw the AOF gumdrop room, but we didn't like go through the whole zone, and I kind of want to finish that up. So that might be pretty soon. We'll like get the tower. I might even take a break from the tower. I want to show you the genie kill if we did that. I want to show you the genie fight if we did that. But maybe in between I'll sneak in some Kazakh duel, or maybe some solo action. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's it for this one. I want to just get it to an hour. Come on, baby. What else could I say? And we just keep fighting here. Let's scrub through the footage. I don't think anything too crazy happens. We just super controlled, super broken camp, killing them. Downtime. There's a good picture of me. Pretty ugly. Who wants to be a sexy ogre, though, you know? It's all function, no fashion right now. I do have a fashion quest set, though. I got the complete gnome skin quest. I still got to get that bracer off Trey. Trey, if you hear this, you know, I need that bracer still, I think. If I owe you anything, let me know. I promised a ceremonial knife to Gronkos. Shout out Gronkos, shout out Grungus. Shout out Gronkos, and shout out Drungus, and shout out Precursory. Those are the people I've been mostly talking to in the tower. Especially that know about the channel and stuff. At least one or two of them do. I think Gronkos knew about the channel. I don't think Drungus and Precursory knew about it till I told them about it. I just like to let people know that they're on recording sometimes. Yeah, shout out to those people. We did have this little situation that I thought was kind of strange. Don't you hate when people, like, do a camp check? And then, like, people say, yeah, you know, I'm doing the exit shades or something. So, like, somebody will come into the Tower of Frozen Shadow, they'll do a camp check. I'll say, exit shades, I'm doing the exit shades. And then, like, somebody else will say, you know, the other shades. And then somebody else will say, I'm doing the dogs. And that pretty much covers everything, right? Then the person who did the camp check comes all the way to floor 6 anyway. And they start sniffing around and, like, saying stuff in OOC, like, are you sure you're killing all of these? Are you sure you're killing all these? Are you sure? Are you sure? It's like, bro, why'd you come all the way? We already said, like, I'm doing exit shades, they're doing those shades, and they're doing all the dogs. Like, why do you have to, like, not take our word for it? Come all the way up here and then start to, like, nudge your way in and take a couple kills and stuff. Like, I know a lot of the time people, like, overclaim stuff, but why be like that? If somebody claimed the exit shades, if I come into the Tower of Frozen Shadow and I do a backslash and I see a bunch of people in there, and then I say camp check and somebody says exit shades, I'm not going all the way up there just to make sure. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to take their word for it. I might send them a tell and be like, hey, let me know when you're done. Then they might say something else like, hey, you know, I'm only really killing a couple and blah, blah, blah. You know, like, just to, like, believe them and, like, maybe start a conversation. But don't be annoying and, like, go all the way up there and start saying stuff in OOC about how they're not killing everything and, like, why? What are you talking about? This dude, Elementalist, he's in there right now in the tower, too. If you're in the tower, like, you'll see this dude. He's not, like, that bad, but just he did that and it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, dude, why'd you have to, like, not believe people and come all the way up here and then just start taking taking kills? Sometimes people are killing, like, everything they said they're killing, but it, like, takes time. There's 20 minutes before the one, like, you kill one thing and then you got 20 minutes. So you might be able to kill, like, 10 more things, but by the time you get to that 10th thing, you know, it's like 15 minutes later. So it might stay up for a sec. You might be killing just enough to where you're killing it right before, yeah? It might be up for, like, 5 minutes and then you're killing it. But you still want to kill it, it's still your camp. You were here first, and you're claiming it. And you're not like, I don't like when people claim the entire floor. I think that's ridiculous. And claiming the entire floor, you know, floor 4 is kind of ridiculous. Or claiming the entire of floor 6 is kind of ridiculous. But, like, you know, there's like there's a spectrum of somewhere in the middle. You know, you can't claim the entire floor, but you also don't want to just claim one spawn either. You want to claim, like, enough to where you have enough, and it's like an actual camp. Like, nobody's gonna claim exit shades and then, you know what I mean? Like, we claimed exit shades, we killed all of them. Maybe one would stand there for, like, a minute sometimes. Not usually, but, you know. Anyway, I don't know. That's all I wanted to say. If you watched the whole way through, say, I don't know. What should I say? What's been going on? I don't know. Put booty cheeks. Put booty cheeks in the chat, in the comments. Put booty cheeks. I got some booty cheeks last night. You know what I'm saying? Just kidding. That's the first thing that came to mind. Sorry. Yeah. Put that in the comments. Booty cheeks. And yeah. That'll be it for this one. Next up, probably the no commentary video Sunday, because that's what I'm expecting. And then next Wednesday, we get revenge for Sinnycool, the rematch against the Genie, most likely. You know, sometimes I say this and then I'm like, oh, I got all this cool footage here that I want to show, but that's what I'm hoping. We'll be killing the Genie next week, next Wednesday, getting our key to floor 7, hopefully. And then the sky's the limit after that. The whole tower has been shown on YouTube. And that's my goal a little bit. I'm like a freaking reporter with a camera going through Norath. And I'm trying to show you all this stuff. So sometimes I just want to show you footage. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your kid about the channel comment below. Run this bad boy up, and I'll show you the Genie kill on Sunday. You know, let's get 50 likes, and I'll show you the Genie kill on. Yeah, I don't know. I'll do my best anyway. I'll show you the Genie kill sooner than Wednesday if we get 50 likes. Last time I asked for 50 likes, we only got like 30 or 35. So it's doable. Let's see if you can do it. Peace out.